Hello, denizens of the internet. This is a follow-up video to my review of Strange New Worlds, Episode 1, Season 2. There will be spoilers. I know the first thing you're asking is, why bother? The show was not particularly good. Why am I lavishing so much attention on it? Why am I reviewing it again? Well, for several reasons. I had a fever dream about the show and realized that I had a fix for its major plotting problem, and I wanted to prove the point that Strange New Worlds, even in its present shamblicious state, could be good. That's, I agreed, a pretty arrogant thing to say, but here I am putting my fix out there for you to judge. If you think it's crap, you will tell everyone in the comments. Secondly, I wanted to thank Robert Meyer Burnett for confirming my suspicion regarding the whole genetically modified folderol surrounding Una. While La'an is definitely the progeny of Khan, so everyone in Starfleet knows she's GMO, but Una is a problem. Of course, the new Trek audience doesn't care about canon, and that was the other point Burnett made. Maybe Star Trek is now beyond us old farts and we should just chill. He calls New Trek drive-through fast food Trek, and perhaps the modern audiences are fine with it. It's no longer our Trek. We need to accept that and move on. So what's the point of this exercise? My point is that even within New Trek's environment, they can still do a better job if they had better writers, and the fact that they have to turn Spock into a lovelorn mess and Dr. Mbenga a jack of all trades when needed doesn't help the writing. It actually makes it worse. Limitations make for challenges that forces writers to come up with clever solutions. If the solution is a surprise to the writers, then it will be a surprise to the audience. The writers of New Trek change things out of convenience, as best illustrated by Burnett's observation that it was really handy that Mbenga had a super strength serum for Chapel and him to fight off the bigger, stronger Klingon soldiers. Where did the two of them get the combat skills to do so? The serum did not bestow martial arts abilities. This is the writing of convenience that is suffuse in New Trek that drives me nuts. And even if New Trek has been written for the neutered masses, why not make it the best it could be? A quick recap for those of you who have not seen the episode. The Enterprise is in dry dock and is having maintenance work done on it. Members of the Federation IT department are all over the thing. The head of the maintenance staff was played by Carol Kane. The girl power bridge crew are giving the male white maintenance nerds the gears. La'an sends a message that she needs help on the mining planet being managed by Klingons. Bad stuff is afoot. Spock asks Admiral April for permission to head out to investigate, and he turns Spock down, whereby Spock decides to steal the Enterprise by first fooling the maintenance staff to abandon ship by initiating a fake core breach thingy, and with the added subterfuge of Kane's unconvincing mutinying. Okay, there you go. First of all, we have seen the absconding with Starship shtick so many times it's tiresome, on top of being ridiculous. Why would the actual maintenance staff fall for this? Carol Kane didn't, which then leads to an unbelievable confessional. Admiral April knows all about La'an's extended absence, which also seemed implausible. He's the admiral of the entire fleet. Why would he know the intimate details of one crew member? A small point, but another example of these writers pulling lazy shit out of their asses as required. So here's the fix. La'an sends the message. Spock tells Admiral April about the situation. April has no idea who La'an is, but understands the politics of the shared mining agreement. The Enterprise is in the middle of maintenance, but he gives Spock permission to check things out without intervention. But the maintenance staff has to accompany them to finish the job. Now you have a new story where the crew don't have a lot of respect for the maintenance staff and are pissed off that they are there. And the maintenance folk don't want to be out whooshing through space as it's not their thing and makes them chuck. Kane could still be excited about this new adventure. This solves a bunch of things. It makes the search for La'an more plausible because it builds slowly. They are not having to steal the Enterprise. They are following Starfleet protocol, and we get to have some fun with IT, which everyone hates. The notion that has not changed from our time until Star Trek time, I think is funny and relatable. The twist is that the IT staff are an important heroic component to the story. They come up with a solution that helps save the day. The crew of the Enterprise get a newfound respect for the maintenance staff, and the staff get a better idea of how dangerous a job flying about the universe is. What do you think? I strongly believe this one change fixes so many problems with the show. It also adds a human-level story that I have not seen on New Trek. I could be wrong. Burnett will correct me, I'm sure, but it never would have been considered because the raison d'etre of New Trek is to elevate women and people of rainbow spectrum. And for all the talk of diversity, that only includes gender and race, not ethnicity. Do you ever hear a German, Australian, Ojibwe, Icelandic accent on the show? No. The producers barely tolerate Pike and have to emasculate Spock to get through the day. A storyline where nerdy white straight men win the day would never fly on New Trek because it would hurt their ESG score. But I put it out to you today as a fun solution to the ridiculous show they did spend hard-earned cash on. The activist agenda of New Trek completely closes off the show to a variety of story options, which is sad. I look forward to your comments. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.